Hello, I'd like to go back to Oceanhorn, where today we're gonna beat the game, and we're just not gonna ever look back. Because, I don't know, we've got other things to worry about, like, deadly rooms of death. Those are a huge concern. Many rooms that are both deadly and deathly, I guess. If you want to be strictly strictical. Of course, like any good final boss, he has two phases. And that's what the flute does. I just saw the last blood gem. Wow, it's just out there. It is not attached to a wall, it's not sticking out of the ground, it's just there. I know I missed a couple of achievements, I didn't do a couple of things, but I already did them on my main file, so who cares? If I remember, there isn't much of a dungeon. But I'm probably wrong. It's not I play a flute. My dad could help me verify that. He played a flute once. Oh look, it's my dad. Dad, can you tell me if my flute technique is up to snuff?
Kid, you came. My plan did not work out. All of a sudden it changed and I could not control it anymore. But I was able to cut it loose from the power grid. It cannot repair itself now. Listen, when Oceanhorn wakes up, it will try to fry you with its death ray.
Death ray?
Make sure you are prepared.
No one told me about death rays.
You are a tough kid, and you have your mother's strength.
You also have my stupidity, so live with it.
It makes you go one step further. Something I never had. When this is all over, we should visit her grave and tell her all about your adventures.
So basically you're saying that you lost because you half-assed it?
No, it's moving again. Run, kid! Just leave me and save yourself!
Dude, I'm not gonna half-ass your job. Okay, I remember how this worked now. What I want to do is I want to reflect the laser beams into the joints, and then I can... Ow! He fried me with his laser beam. Can you please not fry me with your laser beam, sir? It's very impolite to fry people with laser beams. Especially, you know, your laser beam's not as deathly as I imagined it being. Oh yeah, sure, be a cheap shot. Hit me with your fancy missile goops. Oh wow, that's a little bit tougher than before. Ha! Well, screw this pooch. I'm out of here. There's a door. I wonder what doors do. If they just use the same boss music twice, you can't do that. That's illegal. Why did you ever put your shield and sword away? You're fighting a giant monster. You want to be equipped at all times.
This is it, son! Deliver the final blow!
Thanks for delusioning me. Unless you're gonna have to swim for a couple of minutes. It's also slightly brighter now because, you know, doing one things to be too dark. Which is good because, you know, it's too dark. It's just like, come on, man. Oh, look, it's Miss Muroth.
It's no use. There is nothing you can do.
I forgot exactly how this goes. But I think you have to wait until... until a certain moment, and then you screw the pooch. Also, they really like this dueling camera they set up. Also, that laser, I think, is instant death. Just be careful with it, you know? Do not screw around with ancient death laser technology, you know? No! They never explain that to you, but once you take care of the Apostle, you have to blow your float. It's pretty dumb! Because there's nothing that makes it so clear.
Possible. Nobody else should be able to control it.
But yeah, this fight can go on if you don't know that. Because Oceanhorn's life bar is a joke. It's a lie. Also, apparently the Apostle, who might just be a random guy, gets punished because of Mesmeronio. Well then, they both vanished to an evil dark dimension. Hey, it's my dad hat! I wonder what current it caught that it flew around for that long. I'm gonna take his hat and put a nice new feather on it, one that doesn't look dumb. Oh, he has that giant shoulder pauldron thing going on. Dad, even with a kilt, you still suck. Why did you half-ass your job? Stop half-assing everything. You're a dad now.
Now I begin to understand. When Mesmeroth cursed the sacred emblems, the balance of the world was disturbed and it had a severe effect on living fortresses. Without the guidance of the emblems, they lost their sense of purpose. When your mother brought the emblem of sun back to this world, some part of Oceanhorn woke up. Suddenly it had a direction. It desperately started to seek the right pilot, a descendant of the knight's bloodline.
Picky.
Only the most noble among knights were chosen to be pilots of living fortresses.
Like Mesmeroth.
Those were our ancestors who operated these war machines. All that Arcadians ever wanted was to secure peace, but sometimes desperately clinging on to doing good can be an act of evil.
True. Also, the
It
draw
was
distance was
forbidden
kind of
to
shit there.
combine technology, magic, and blood in Arcadia.
And you did it anyway!
But Archimedes was willing to cross that border by creating living fortresses. When
So
the
which part
existence
makes it
of
illegal? The
Arcadia
blood
was
part, the magic
threatened.
part, or the technology part?
He was not the first one to succeed in these dark arts. Mesmeroth turned himself immortal by doing the same thing.
Turning himself into an eclair.
He
A very delicious
sacrificed
one.
his body by casting a dark magic that bound his soul into a machine.
So he's talked in dumb techno-babble.
Well, it's all over now.
We don't have a sail, so we can't go
The
anywhere.
sins of our ancestors have been purified, and the power of the emblems have been restored.
So hopefully now I can stop talking so dark
It's time
and
to
gritty.
rebuild the world, kid.
Time to get some breath mints and a good clear throat. Oh no, it's a cyclone. And I don't have a bow and arrow, I only have this kick-ass gun. Quick, use some Japanese bullshit and make it a superpowered gun or something. Ah, man. Ah, it was fine. Your first time playthrough is probably a little bit better, except for the parts that are like, what do you want? Like, the final boss is... I didn't look up the final boss, but let me tell you, you don't see it coming at all. That is the true curse of Mesmeronio. Mesmerino, where art thou? Also, where the hell is this guy going to? Did he leave his dad behind and said, okay, Dad, you just swim home, this boat's only got place for one. It's to Curl. Bye, to Curl. I've got a special... Viljama! Where did you find someone with a name like that? There's like several Vijamas in there. Are they all like production babies? Man, I love production babies. I mean the concept that babies are born during production by the people who are productioning. That's just amazing. That's good enough for me. Never saw this the end screen. I guess I skipped the credits originally. Huh. Once you restart, you restart nice here. You can just go back and do whatever you want. The game doesn't punish you or anything. You can do the boss fight whenever you want to. So it might actually be beneficial to stop at the end of the fight if you really need some help. And then just come back later. But until then... Yeah! I must set a record for best flute player. Listen to these jammin' jivin' beats. Unprecedented. See you guys next time. When we're gonna play another game. Drawed, probably. Really liking Drawed so far. Gun throwing the epic blunder. I don't like the fact that I'm using Roman numerals, which means that I have to keep drawing. Well, actually, I just need to draw the I, the V, the X, the L, and probably the C in some cases. Because there are like hundreds of rooms in these things sometimes. Ugh. Oh. Ooh. But I also want to draw the D and the M, because, yeah, that's a lot. Then I'm going to put, like, M at the end of one of them, and be like, oh, man, it took me 1,000 to get here. And everyone's like, say what? And I'm like, say what? And then we all just sort of get confused, because we don't know who said what anymore. Well, until then, I'm going to ditch my dad. Be an irresponsible kid. See you guys next time. Wait, I want to end it going up the ladder, because the ladder's so mysterious! Oh my god, it's so mysterious!